how to create a connection to Google Spreadsheets. So first, connect your Bime account. You are here in the overview page. There is no previous activity because this Bime account is new. Go in the Analyze part, then in the Library part, and choose the connection sheet. To create a new connection, we will click this button, New Connection. Before that, I would like to show you the data I want to connect to Bime. So I connect my Gmail account and I go to the Documents part to identify the file where I store my data. It's this one, about unemployment rate in the US per state for last February. Okay, so I really need to clean my data so that it can be retrieved by Bime. Actually, there are some rules to respect. And first of all, we need to clean the headers. I mean, without accents nor special characters. For example, you must delete percentage and dollars characters. Like in this example, okay. The date format is also very important. You have to use the international one. For example, for the first day of the month of February for this year, write 2/1/2009. Okay, so you can now apply this format on the whole column. That's okay. As regards the columns, US state, everything seems to be okay. Now look at the next column. You must use a point instead of a comma for digits. Otherwise, Bime won't retrieve those figures. It's not 7,4 but 7.4. As regards other columns, headers and figures are okay. You can now save and close this Google Spreadsheet document. I save and close. The title of the document needs particular attention to. You must use a very simple format, no accent, no special characters, and moreover no space. Use underscores to separate words. That's okay. So we've identified our data. We can now go back to Bime. Let's click on the button New Connection. We are now in the Connection Builder part. Here we will fill all information about our new connection. Let's begin by its name and its description. You can write everything you want. Okay. We set a public permission so that other users of the same Bime account can use it. And we select the data store here, we choose Google Spreadsheets, of course. We have to give our Gmail credentials, email and password. Okay, I click on this button here to choose the document I want from my Google Spreadsheets account. I choose this one. Here Bime reminds you that the title of your document needs to respect a particular format. We validate the connection and now Bime is scanning and retrieving the document structure. I mean, Bime is displaying all the previous headers like in a traditional pivot table. In blue we have all headers referring to qualitative data, for example the US state's name, and in green we find all the headers referring to quantitative data. So I can save and close. My connection is now recorded in the library part. I can select it, then load it in my pivot table part by clicking on the load button. I find all my analysis structure on the left. Okay, I can now drag and drop it to begin to analyze my data and make sense of it. I can cross every information I want. I can even filter it, like I do now. I can add several measures. I can choose it, I drag and drop. Okay, so we just created a new query, so this one is okay for us, and we can now save it by clicking on this button, Save. We choose to save it in a new dashboard. We name it and we will look at it later. So let's create another query with a graphic visualization to feed our new dashboard. Okay, I can display other measures and move current ones by drag and dropping them in the middle of my pivot table or in the trash can. I create a new analysis by clicking on this button so that I move from a grid to a bar chart immediately. I can sort my data using the sort button too. I can even display several measures on the same graph by drag and dropping it in this color part. On the same graph, so we have one measure expressed by the length and another measure expressed by the color. I save this new visualization in my dashboard. I go now in the monitor part to have a look at it. My dashboard is here. I choose the reload option. All my queries appear. So we have created a dashboard with data coming from my Google Spreadsheet data source. For more information, please go to help.businessintelligence.me. Merci beaucoup.